How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and today's film I'm going to be watching is The Incredible Shrinking Man. Yeah, this is one, like, obviously premises in the title. It's a man who somehow starts to decrease in size. I don't know anything else really about it. I guess kind of a classic science fiction horror from the 1950s. And yeah, that's kind of it really. Right guys, if you're enjoying these reaction videos, if you hit the subscribe button, that would be a really big help the channel grow, just help it expand further. And to those who have subscribed, you know, as always, eternally grateful for the support. It's brilliant. But with that said, let's watch The Incredible Shrinking Man.
This is the way to spend a vacation. I'm thirsty.
Could do it one. Haven't had it done on holiday since before COVID. Looks like he's got a good life at the moment.
Louise.
Red holiday, beautiful wife.
Oh, could deal with you.
What?
You get the beer, I'll get the dinner. How's that?
Okay, you got yourself a deal.
What the hell is it? Is it actually something? Oh, so I assume this is the stuff. Yeah, this is obviously what makes him shrink, I'm guessing.
Some kind of mist.
Look at your chest.
But then, on an equally ordinary day, 6 months later.
Oh wow, that would have been like pretty fast that it would happen.
Looks like a nice day, huh?
Didn't want to say anything to her, maybe.
Honey, are you sure you got the right pants back from the cleaners?
Just a second.
Yeah.
They still too loose?
Sure, even the cuffs are dragging.
Gee, they do look kind of big.
You better talk to that cleaners.
Eventually he'll have no appetite.
Lou, do me a favor.
What, honey?
Pick up a bathroom scale today.
All right.
Starting to get a little paranoid about it.
I've been 6'1" since I was 17. What's the weight?
Still 174 1/4 pounds.
I don't think that's gonna fix it, Lou.
Well, then we'll go and see a doctor, honey. You're due for a checkup anyway.
I've already seen a doctor.
When?
A week ago.
Well, honey, why didn't you say something about it?
Didn't want to worry you.
Kiss me.
You think that's gonna fix it, huh?
You didn't have to stretch. You used to stand on your toes when you did that.
Why, in your stocking feet?
The way they're shooting the angles is good as well. They're making it seem like
We'll go back to
she's
the
getting
doctor
closer in
tomorrow.
height to him.
I'm sure he's
Good
got. Don't worry, Butch. Everything's gonna be all right.
Sure of what, doctor? What is it?
Relax, doctor. You can't tell me anything I haven't imagined.
You are getting smaller. I don't profess to understand it, Mr. Carey.
How scary would that be if even
There's
the
no
doctor
medical
would be
precedent
baffled
for
by it?
what's happening to you. I simply know that you're getting smaller. I'm going to send you to the California Medical Research Institute. If there is an explanation for your phenomenon, well, they'll find it.
Then began a series of intensive tests. I drank a barium solution, and then one day in the 3rd week, the final examination, a paper chromatography test.
Wait a minute. This one doesn't belong. Here, take a look.
When he was on the boat, that stuff came on his chest.
Our analysis shows that it's a rearrangement. Have you ever been accidentally exposed to any kind of germ spray?
Yeah.
In particular, an insecticide. Been exposed to any type of radioactivity in the past 6 months?
Oh, no, of course not. I don't come in contact with anything like that. I work...
All of that.
That day we were on the boat.
The boat?
Charlie's boat, remember?
Well, yes, I remember. The mist. That mist.
It's one thing getting to the bottom of what's causing it, but then it's like, okay, we know now what's causing it, but is there any way of stopping it?
Start thinking about us, our marriage. Some awful things might happen. There's a limit to your obligation.
Look, I love you. Don't you know that?
You love Scott Carey. All that's changing now.
Not a darn thing's changed. I know I
That's
have.
sad.
When I married you, I meant what I said.
Well, think about it.
Oh, shit.
Robert Scott Carey, known to a nation as the incredible shrinking man, keeps getting smaller.
You have an unlisted line, that's all there is to it.
At Burbank, California.
Oh, God, he can barely got the window now.
I talked to you yesterday.
Are they taking a movie of him? What's the television truck doing here? Magic Melody.
It kind of reminds me a little bit of like the way sometimes celebrities are kind of just gawked at.
I've canceled our phone.
What?
I said I've canceled our phone. They're waiting for unlisted lines.
Didn't you tell him who you're married to? The incredible Scott Carey, the shrinking freak? Yeah, that's what I'll do. A whole chapter devoted to telephones and one more joke for the world to laugh at.
Starting to break a little bit now. But I mean, you can understand it.
Well, why can't you look at me? Look at me!
Don't, Scott. It just...
Lou, honey, I'm sorry. I must be losing my mind.
Find the antitoxin.
Sure. Lou, let's get out of this place before we both go crazy.
All right, Scott. I'll look for something.
36.5 inches. Weight, 52 pounds. We haven't been able to find a new house.
Yes, this is Carey.
Surprised I thought he was even going to struggle to lift up the receiver.
Yes, Scott.
The antitoxin. They found it.
Oh, Scott.
Wow. Oh, something's going wrong. There's only
There's something
22 minutes gone. It's like just over nearly an
We're
hour
working
left.
with unknown factors.
It's all over, Scott. You're going to be all right.
How long will it take, Dr. Silver?
I was
to be
thinking
normal
like
again?
they were hoping he'd get taller again.
Put on your robe.
No.
now.
I was
That'll
wondering
be
why the
over
nurse
in
was
10 minutes.
smiling. Yeah, that makes sense. He hasn't shrunk anymore.
Mr. Carey, we've won that much. At this moment, the growth capacity of your body is as limited as any adult's. Every day we'll push our knowledge further until one day we might have the whole answer.
Might.
Thank you, Doctor. My relationships with the world had ceased with everyone, except my wife. And I knew I was driving Lou from me.
Easy enough to talk of soul and spirit and essential worth
when you're 3 feet tall. I loathe myself. Our home, the caricature my life with Lou had become.
Mind if I sit down?
No,
What the hell?
please do.
I'm Clarice Bruce.
My name's Scott Carey.
Hi, Scott. Look, I'm sorry. Maybe you don't want any company.
No, don't go. I want you to
wants
stay.
to, yeah.
Talk. How do you live with it, Miss Bruce? What do you do?
I was born a midget. It's the way I grew up. That's different.
Different. That's another way of saying alone, isn't it?
Oh, but you're not alone now. Scott, for people like you and me, the world can be a wonderful place. The sky's as blue as it is for the giants.
Can I see you again?
If you like.
I would.
You know, Scott, you're taller than I am.
To work on my
It's
boat.
really classy elegance
absorbed me
about the
completely.
women in the 50s, isn't there?
I was telling the world of...
I think it's just fine, Scott.
Do you really think so? I'm not much of a writer. Just trying to tell what it's like. Come on, I'll buy you a drink. We can talk about another chapter.
What is
He's
it,
gotten
Scott?
smaller.
Well, can't you see? I'm shorter now.
Oh, Scott.
Starting again.
He was just starting to kind of come to terms with it.
Are you in there?
Oh my
You have to make such a
gosh.
racket? I told you what happens in there.
I'm sorry, Scott.
Are you going out?
Yes, for a little while.
Where?
Well, just to the corner, to the store.
I knew it. I knew the cat was going to come into play and become some kind of a threat to him.
If I could find the courage to end my wretched existence.
Oh God. Jesus, Donald. Oh, God. scratch in the back. I mean, if you get scratched, the cat in the hand is sore. Like. Ugh. Don't move, because it's movement they're attracted to. Oof. How the hell is he pushing now? Oh my god.
Scott!
That would be terrifying. I'd even be walking so carefully. Oh god. I should assume he's dead. I won't even be looking for him now.
Report of the death of the so-called shrinking man comes from his brother. Gary's death was the result of an attack by a common house cat.
She wouldn't even have a chance of climbing up those steps.
Return to consciousness was a plunge into a new level of pain. I realized I had fallen into a box. Its walls enclosed me like some gigantic pit.
Able to climb through. The thing is he going to keep shrinking again anyway? Like even smaller and smaller.
The stairs stretched above me, as far as I could see. Cliff rising upon cliff.
Louise! Louise! The cellar! Look in the cellar!
Oh, okay. Could not make out what that was. It's just water.
Stretched before me like some vast primeval plain, empty of life, littered with the relics of a vanished race. No desert island
like himself.
Castaway ever. I had discovered a water supply, and even a dwelling place. Now, the search for food.
I was about to say.
Ben, I just keep thinking that he needed me and I wasn't there. I'll never get it out of my mind.
And also by the horrible thought that without nourishment, the shrinking process was quickening.
I didn't think about that. Once snap it out and you're a goner. Use the nail maybe to try and scrape it off. Oh fuck. I hate cheese, but I think under the circumstances I'd have to do it, like, you know. Oh! Oh no. Oh! Is that her? Ah! Oh, I fucking hate spiders. She's a fucking tarantula. Oh, it's like a pin, okay. Protection. Keep your eye on it though, where the hell did it go? It's so high up, like if you fall from there you're dead, like, you know. I guess kind of the effect, like things are looking different to me now because I'm seeing it from his perspective because it's so small.
I was weak and faint. Yet I knew in order to exist, I must eat. But now, stretching endlessly before me, I found a deep abyss. Only a box and the space between. Yet to me, it was the Grand Canyon and the Mammoth Caves combined. I realized there was just this one chance. And I had no choice. I had to take it.
Jump from there?
and reach the other side. But there was no time to think, only to act.
I mean, you have to give it credit for its time. Like, it did it very well. I know there's times where you can tell. Shit. Oh god. Oh no. Jump, quick, quick, quick. Oh, what the hell's he on your back, Costa? Webs, webs, careful. If you trip those webs. God, he's tiny. Absolutely tiny. Freedom so far. Freedom so close yet so far. Ooh. Careful. Maybe just wants a bit of the bread, but it'll probably go after you. Just get too close.
Almost as far as I could see, a gray, friendless area of space and time.
Yeah, this is what I warned you about. Oh shit. Ah! Oh god. Oh fuck. Oh god, how terrifying will that be? Jeez. Careful.
In my hunt for food, I had become the hunted.
Yeah.
This time, but I was no longer alone in my universe. I had an enemy, most terrifying ever beheld by human eyes.
I'd like to take with me, if you don't mind. It's in the basement. I'll show you where.
All right, I'd better put these in the car first.
Oh, all right.
Can you move it? Holy shit.
Oh, no, it's flooded.
The water heater. I better have a look.
You can hear the footsteps. Oh!
Turn the water off.
I smell gas. Is that pilot off?
I'll turn it off.
Oh! Jeez, looky there.
Is that everything, Louise?
Yes, that's everything.
It's not. Freezing though as well. Oh god. Where's your pin? I don't think it's going for you.
I still had my weapons. With these bits of metal, I was a man again. If I was to die, it would not be as a helpless insect. A strange calm possessed me. I thought more clearly in hunger. And I remembered the food on the shelf. The cake threaded with spider web. I no longer felt hatred.
Tarantula wouldn't go into a web. They create like a little bit of silk on the... and they pounce from like under a burrow, but they wouldn't.
If I was to win the food, then it must be now while strength remained. While I was still of sufficient size to scale the wall. Yet somehow I felt within myself a new source of power. A giant strength. My enemy seemed immortal. More than a spider. It was every unknown terror in the world. Every fear fused into one hideous night black horror.
Bleh.
One of us had to die.
going towards it. Oh god. Shake the web.
Come on, you devil, I'm waiting for you. Come on.
Wouldn't that be sticky on his hand now? Oh god. Yeah. Oh god. It snapped. Oh fuck. How did you get it? Get back, Jesus. Turn, stick it up, stick it, stick it. Oh god. Oh. Yeah, just walk away. Quickly walk away.
But even as I touched the dry, flaking crumbs of nourishment, it was as if my body had ceased to exist.
Loneliness, the
Again, I had
cut-offness.
I was continuing to shrink. In concept. The unbelievably small and the unbelievably vast eventually meet the closing of a gigantic circle. I looked up. God's silver tapestry spread across the night. I had thought in terms of man's own limited dimension. I had presumed upon nature. My fears melted away, and in their place came acceptance. This vast majesty of creation, it had to mean something. And then I meant something too. More than the smallest, I meant something too. To God, there is no zero.
Right, so I just got done watching The Incredible Shrinking Man. And yeah, considering the premise that's in it, it did a great thing of immersing you in the world that he finds himself in. Like some of the sets that they did were really, really good. The matches, you know, the matchbox, the pencil, the bread, all that kind of stuff, climb up the steps. It really kind of threw you into the situation he was in and made it more impactful and made you more fearful for him. I think there's a bit of tragedy in it as well, that, like, you know, him and his wife seem to be having, you know, newly married and seem to be having this, you know, this potential for this great life together, and it's just like, just eviscerated by this like tragic thing that happens to him on their holiday. Yeah, just kind of that whole breakdown, and seeing he was like kind of snapping at her because of what he was going through, and you kind of feel bad for her because she's doing the best she can. And then the fact that, like, you know, they leave thinking he's been killed by the cat. I know the ending kind of, there's something kind of beautiful in it as well, and that, like, he finds this real appreciation for nature, and that, like, us as people aren't the only thing that matter in the universe, I guess, you know. He has that moment. But still, the fact that she left thinking he'd been killed by the cat, they couldn't find him, you know, they couldn't hear him. He saw them, but they couldn't hear him, you know, the real tragedy in that as well. And then the whole thing with the spider, god, that was just skin crawling, you know, just bleh. I think anyone who doesn't like spiders, it's not so much I don't like spiders, I have a phobia of spiders. But anyone who has that, or, you know, I think even people who don't have strong phobia of spiders would still find that quite unsettling, but they did a great job with it. It was, yeah, just, yeah. But yeah, no, definite 2 thumbs up for The Incredible Shrinking Man. But let me know in the comments though. I mean, where would it rank among your favorite kind of, I guess, horror, science fiction kind of thrillers? Yeah, where would it rank for you? What did you think of it? Did that spider scene really creep you out as well? Yeah, let me know in the comments, guys. Really love to know. But until next time, slog forward.